Alrighty, we're leaving out of the campsite this morning and big bunny rabbit right up there. And he seems very unconcerned about us. Wow, did you see that Gavin was within 5 feet of him? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Well, we got a little bit of a view this morning. Looking out over the valley. Another beautiful day for hiking. I think this is the same view we saw yesterday because I remember that mountain trekking pole right there diving off into the valley like that. So we saw this yesterday, but it's pretty cool. Nice little view this morning. Oh boy, it's trail magic for Gavin. Oh, very cute.
She's awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was too.
Oh wow.
I don't know if she'll let you. If she lets you, it's fine. She's a little.
Well, to think I almost walked past this view. It was just a few steps off the trail, and I wasn't sure whether it was a view or not. I walked past it and said, well, no, wait a minute. I'm out here ahead a little bit. I'm by myself, so let's go back and see what there is to see, and I'm glad that I did. Wow, that's just really awesome. We're just up here on the ridgeline, and we're going to be on the ridgeline all the way to Harper's Ferry. Another 100 miles or so. And it's absolutely gorgeous out there. Just meandering down the trail this morning. According to the map, I've got about 5 miles of pretty much what you see in front of me. Reasonably flat or downhill. A little bit of a climb after that, nothing big today. I've already seen a couple of really nice views. I walked up on a deer just a few minutes ago, but she got out of the way before I could get my camera out. I'm walking a little bit slower and lighter a step now. Thinking maybe I'll see some more right here in this open area. We'll see what happens. But anyway, it's been a good day for hiking. The temperature is not too hot. Feels really nice out here today. And several highlights. We got maybe a food stop along the way. Get a sandwich for lunch perhaps. It doesn't lighten my food bag any, but it tastes good. And we're going to try to make a big day. This terrain looks like on the map anyway that it should be a pretty easy day to try to make about 21 or 2, I think it was, 2 shelters out. And we'll just kind of gauge that as we go along and see. Gavin's a little bit behind me right now, hiking with Hollywood. That's not right. It's Broadway, not Hollywood. Apparently he got caught singing and dancing trying to get himself up a hill, and I said, I know where you're coming from, buddy. I remember the Rubber Band Man video. So anyway, we're plowing along. I'm just kind of coasting a little bit because I got out a bit in front of them for a little while, and there's no sense in me beating them to the wayside by too much because we're going to stop there and rest for a few minutes anyway. So I'm just kind of plowing along. We'll talk to you soon. If you look down in front of me right now, you can sort of see what they mean when they call the Appalachian Trail the Green Tunnel. I don't know if you can see all the way out there, but we've got at least 100 yards right here straight, tree covered all the way. Looks like you're just walking through a tree covered tunnel. Pretty awesome. Nice easy walk today so far. And I'm going to take it. It may get harder later, but at least I've got this right now. So I'll deal with it. Well, I don't really need to get water, but this would be a good place for it. We've got a little bit of a spring running down through here. I don't know if you can see very well or not. I've got a glare on my phone, so I can't see squat. But nice little rushing spring, and that just adds to the beauty of what is the trail. We've had a great walk this morning. It's been flat as a board for the last several miles, and I think it's going to continue that way for a bit. It's in the shade. I keep hoping that I'm going to see some wildlife. I'm kind of walking slow right now. The lady that stayed in the shelter last night's behind me a bit. She'll probably catch up just shortly, and we'll chat and talk a bit. That's a big dead tree right up there. I don't know if you can see it yet or not. And these little grassy areas right here where I keep thinking I'm going to see some wildlife, but I've got one deer in the bag today. Yeah, pretty nice sized tree right there. Some of it's falling apart, but the other part of it's growing strong. So hopefully it'll persevere and make it out. We'll keep on going and just walk softly, see what we can see up here. Well, this is what I get for not looking at my guidebook. I didn't realize we were going to be passing the cemetery today, but we are. Very peaceful. I'm kind of surprised they've not mowed the grass there, but this one looks like it's out on an old country road. First time we crossed something lately that's not been Skyline Drive. But, making a good trek up the road here. No pun intended. And as I said when we passed Isaac Cemetery a good ways back, it's always interesting to think about these folks and the lives that they've led. Very peaceful place out in the woods in the middle of nowhere. Interesting. I'm going to head on up the trail though. We'll see what there is to be seen up the way. Wow, I got way too close to this before I looked up. So I don't know whether the video is going to do it any justice or not. That's about 6 or 8 feet tall there. That's a whole lot taller up there. But really neat little rock formation here by the trail this morning. And there's a little cave or something up there or what? Black spot right in the middle. I don't know, but we're plowing along still. The trail's still treating us well. And we're making miles and smiles today. We really built the trail up right here to keep it from falling off. I think this is a rock wall that's been put in place here to hold the trail. Very possibly, or it's been dug out or something. The trail maintainers do an awesome job making sure that we can get through with as little difficulty as possible. And that's great. We met a couple of folks yesterday that have just signed on to maintain it's a 40-mile section of trail. And we really appreciate their efforts because it does make such a huge difference. We've got a nice little spring running right down here. I can hear it running. There's the location of it. But I think I'm good on water, so I'm going to plow forward. Getting ready to cross some kind of a dirt road over here. Sign way back there said, oops, didn't say anything about that rock in the trail. Said we'd be crossing Skyline Drive in point 1, but I feel comfortable that I've come that far. And I hadn't seen it yet, but it'll be up here somewhere. We keep crossing back and forth over it. And we will, as long as we're in the Shenandoahs. So, moving on up the road here, or across the road as it were. Well, the wildlife that you see on the trail. Is that an inchworm? Looks to be about an inch long. I don't know what that is. Because he's got legs, and I don't think inchworms have legs. I'll have to look that up. I did take a picture, so I'll send that into iNaturalist and see what we come up with. I got a sweat bee swarming around my phone. But he's a cute little dude. He's just about an inch long. I've got the camera just 6 or 8 inches from him, zoomed in pretty tight. So I didn't see my bear coming down through the woods today. I walked kind of light and slow and saw lots of big open areas. If I was a mama bear, that's where I would take my kids. It's like going to the park. But I never see one. But maybe we'll see one this afternoon. And maybe we won't. That's something I just really don't want to be surprised by, kind of like the rattlesnake I saw several weeks ago. That was not a healthy surprise for me, because I just about stepped on the rattlesnake. And I don't want to get real good and surprised by a bear. We did have a raccoon last night in the campsite. He was right in, oh, roll over. Come on, you got it. Good deal. Anyway, we were sitting there about 10:30 and saw a raccoon under the picnic table, so we scared him off. Well, we're making our way up to Big Meadows, Wayside. in search of a sandwich or some ice cream or a soda or whatever they may have. Heard they used to have a grill here, but I think they're under construction for the grill, so probably no hamburger, but I'm not going to fight about it if we get one. We'll see what happens. A little bit off the trail, but I think it's going to be worth it. It's always nice to get real food. Well, this is our view for right now. We've been climbing again, bless our hearts. But that is the positive, is when you get to the top, there's almost always a view. And this is probably the best farmland view that we've had yet. It's kind of cool. I've seen a few isolated farms here and there, but boy, there's just stuff everywhere right here. So pretty awesome view. Great weather again. It's not too hot. And we're moving on up the trail. Out in the open now. Still going along the trail is awesome. We got this beautiful view right here. Again, it's of the valley down there below. This is the same view we had from that rock up there, but we're a good ways north of it now. Really nice view. It's been a great day for backpacking. Gavin and I were with some new friends temporarily, and that's been kind of nice to hike with some folks for the day. We've got Early Bird in front of us, and Gavin's back there with Broadway, so kind of nice to have somebody to talk to along the trail besides each other. And we'll head on down the road to our shelter. Well, it's been a good day of hiking today. We didn't get our 20 in. I'm trying to think how far we did go. Let's see. I don't know whether it was nearly 12 or closer to 14. But we had a good lunch stop at Big Meadows Wayside. Gavin got a chance to spend some time with Broadway and got his head squared around, and that's good because he was really struggling yesterday. I was too. We both had a tough day yesterday. And I hiked by myself some, and then I hiked the afternoon with Early Bird, and that was kind of nice to meet and greet and talk to somebody new. She was fun to hike with. We had a pretty good pace together, pretty well matched. I don't think I slowed her down any. She didn't slow me down any. And we hiked along pretty well, and then we hit it up, and I slowed myself down. But we're in the last half mile or so before the shelter. I think we're gonna get up here somewhere and hang a left and go about 1/10 of a mile off trail and be situated for the night. And we're still set up in time to get into Luray tomorrow for a little bit. And I don't know what our plan's gonna look like for that. I'd love to go spend one night and get a little bit of resupply stuff and just rest and shower and do some laundry and get back out on the trail. We may decide to take a zero. I don't really know how that's going to play out, but we'll take it as it comes and see how things go. That little post in the road right up there, I suspect means my shelter is down to the left right here. I think it's supposed to be about 1/10 of a mile off trip. or off the trail. We'll stop and look and see what the thing says, but I'm almost sure this is going to say shelter to the left. And it says, let's see, Appalachian Trail that way, Skyline Drive that way, blah, 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 blah. Hawksbill Gap 1.3. Come around to this side. Rock Springs Hut 0.1 to the right. I don't think you can see that. Let me touch the brightness. There we go. Rock Springs Hut, Rock Springs Cabin, and that's down this way. So this is the direction to go. So we'll walk down this way and put the pack down and be situated for the afternoon. That's nice. It's coming on 3:30, and this is about the time we often stop. We really should be going a little further, but I think we're tired, and I'm just going to pull it up right here and spend some time with good friends that we've made, and we'll go out tomorrow. So we'll talk to you when we get a little closer to the hut. Go. The shelter's right down here. Gavin's making hawk noises to make sure that I know he's here, but I know he's here. If there's a shelter, he's going to stop at it unless it's way off the trail somewhere. So I hear you, bud. Anyway, we're going to get situated and set up for the night. That's kind of where I'm headed right there. There is a bear box, yay. I love bear boxes. So much easier to deal with than having to do the bear poles. I expect I've got those as well. But I like bear boxes better because you just open the door and set your stuff down and shut the door back and lock it. So awesome. We'll talk to you soon. All right, this is the Rock Spring Cabin, which is nearby to the Rock Spring Hut, which is where we're staying. We're not staying in the cabin. The cabins, as my understanding, are the property of the Potomac Appalachian Trail Club, and their members can stay here, or maybe you can rent them. I'm not really sure, but looks like there's an indoor area, fireplace, nice picnic table, and the nice thing about it is there is, if you can see this into the sun, just an incredible view of the valley below, and the sun is going to be setting there in a few hours. That's going to be really nice. We're going to come down here and sit on these rocks, and or maybe on the front porch, and check out the view as the sun goes down. So this is kind of the neatest little place that we've stayed in a while, so far as having all this stuff around by the side of us and such as that. We've got rocks out in the woods. We saw a little deer here earlier today. So anyway, we're blessed to be here, and it's been a great day. But I did want to show you this because this is new and different. Well, this is our sunrise tonight from down in front of the cabin. Told you that we were going to see one, and that's a pretty nice one right there. The colors are awesome. Through the viewfinder, hopefully it'll show up on the video that way. Definitely worth walking a little ways down the hill to see.